Right, hiya Danny, nice to meet you. My name's Mark. If you'd like to come and take a seat, mate, we'll conduct the interview today. Okay? Right, Dan, nice to meet you first of all, mate, and I appreciate you coming down. We've had a lot of applicants for the position, and we've looked at your CV and we think, you know, you might be a suitable candidate, okay? First thing I think is important, Danny, from our point of view is, how did you hear about the job?
So, first thing I heard about the job from a college tutor.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay.
At the club.
And who was that? What was his name?
Matt Baker.
Okay, perfect. And what did he tell you about the role?
He was telling me that there was a vacancy coming out at the club for coaching assistant on Saturday mornings and Monday evenings.
Fantastic, Coach. Well, did he also mention, Danny, that we also, really big part of our company is we run half-term camps as well?
Yeah, he mentioned about the half-term camps. I was thinking there's something I could do.
No, I understand, yeah. So what is sort of, at the moment, Danny, what's your sort of flexibility in terms of what you can do, what you can't do? Are you pretty flexible, or what's the script with that?
At the minute, I have a coaching job on Saturday mornings. So,
right. Okay.
I mean, I'd be able to do majority of shifts.
Right, I understand.
Other than Saturday mornings.
Other than Saturday, so you'd be available for that Monday night and possibly any in the week, but not the Saturday. Okay, that's fine, not a problem. What about half terms, Dan?
From our turns, I'll be available for all
sessions, well, that's a massive thing for us because we're a massive part of what we do is based on our half-term camp, so it's good to know that you'll be available for that, Danny. So just a little bit about you, Dan. So you talk about you've got a coaching job on a Saturday at the moment. What does that entail?
So what happens is I go to a session and we have different groups, so it starts from 18 months to 3 years.
Right, okay.
First session, and then later on it like goes from ages 3 to 5, and then a 5 to 7 year session.
No, well, I tell you what, Danny, that's important information to know that, because we have a wide range of young participants that come, and that you've got that experience really key. So that's a real positive. That. How do you find like working with the younger people?
If I work with younger people, quite easy for me because they're quite easy to get along with.
Right.
Make a session very enjoyable, but also make sure that they get lots of benefit from it.
No, that's good, because I think one of the things we've encountered, Danny, since we've employed some people is they're a bit too serious, you know, with the young kids. Could you bring a bit of a fun element as well to it? And if so, what kinds of, have you got any particular fun games you do with the kids that you think work pretty well in the sessions you do in your normal job?
So what we sometimes do is we have games where it's like shooting drills, but if you miss your shot, you go out, and then we wait till there's one person left, and then obviously they're the overall winner. And
do you like that kind of thing, do you?
Yeah,
okay.
Very enjoyable for them.
No problem. In terms of your own work experience as well, Danny, is that the only role you've got at the moment in sort of job experience? Have you had any other jobs? Or
in the past, I've had experience working in a bar.
Okay. Yeah.
No longer there anymore, so it's just at the minute just a coaching job. Okay.
So in terms of the bar work, is there any sort of skills that you think are transferable into coaching that you've learned in the bar job that you could use in the coaching job?
Well, you work as a team quite a lot, so obviously we work quite late, so we work as a team to try get our work done as quick as possible.
And now I understand, and delegate tasks. Well, that's massive, Danny, because we've got like a tight-knit group of staff, and I think it's important that we get along together, because I think if someone didn't have them skills, it'd be hard for them to mix well with the team. So I think that's a massive thing. In terms of your own qualities, Danny, what do you think are the main qualities you would bring to the job as a person?
So as a person, obviously, I'd make it very enjoyable for him. So I'm quite an enthusiastic person myself.
Okay. Is it? Yeah.
But I also make sure that they'll enjoy the football and learn as much as possible. Yeah, so you got the good mix between technical information and a fun element. Is that what you're saying? What about your attendance and punctuality, Danny? Not only in your job, but do you go just on that? Do you go to college in the day? Do you? Yeah, so I go college throughout the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is coming to an end at the minute. Very rarely I'll have days off.
Oh, don't you know? Okay, so you've got good attendance and punctuality. And what course is it that you're doing at the moment?
So it's a BTEC level 3 extended diploma in sport.
Right, okay.
And for 3 days course, we've done many units from work, so we've had to plan sessions for groups, different groups. So we've done obese people, elderly, and we've done young children. Right,
I see. So you've learned to plan for different groups of people, and young participants are involved in that as well. I understand. Yeah. So how for example, I think it's a good time to ask you really, Danny, because we need to go on to some of the scenarios you may face in the job role that you're going to take on and how you deal with them scenarios really. So I'm just thinking off in terms of, say you had a lad who he was struggling a bit for confidence, a lad or a girl, and they weren't doing very well in the session. What kind of things would you put in place to try and help them and build the confidence?
So if a lad was struggling, what I'd do is I'd go over and I'd talk him through it slowly so he understood the skills, and then I would perform the skill and I'd get him to copy me. And if he was still like lacking a bit of confidence, I'd play it against him, but let him get the better of me to improve his confidence.
No, that's a brilliant answer, Danny, because what I've seen sometimes from staff we've had in the past, the kids have been, not getting much out of it and been a bit upset because they're never getting any joy. So that's a great example of you adapting the session or adapting what you're doing to make them feel better. I think that's a great example. What about, Dan, if you were in a situation where you had a participant who was the best player in the group and they were getting too much success, it was too easy for them, what could you sort of do to make it more difficult for them?
Depending on like the age group, say if they were in a younger age group, you could move them up to the next group.
Fantastic answer.
So they're playing at people with the same ability as them, or in the actual session, I could maybe play against him. And then give him a bit of a challenge so he can keep improving. I
understand. No, that's vital, Dan, because we have a lot of participants who are at different levels, so they could be a really good player mixed in with someone who struggles a bit. So it's important to know them different sort of your responsibilities to adapt the session. No, that's a really good answer. I think another scenario we want to touch on, Dan, is massive in our company is health and safety. Is there any health and safety considerations you as a coach feel you'd have to have with the participants on a day-to-day basis?
Before a session, you complete a risk assessment to make sure that everything's fine.
Fantastic,
With each participant, we get them to do a PARQ, which would check for any medical issues or if they've got any injuries, so you can see how hard you can work them.
That they're great answers, Danny, superb answers. So in terms of the risk assessments, what kind of areas would you risk assess within the facility and what kind of issues or hazards might you come across?
So what we'd start by checking the changing rooms, making sure that you can't get injured in the changing rooms, or anything such as like a wet floor.
Wet floor, absolutely.
And then on the pitch, what we'd check for like litter, so like stuff, for example, like people tend to leave bottles behind, which people can trip over on quite easily.
Great answer, mate, and I think that's vitally important because they're things that they get looked past. And in the PARQ, for example, Danny, what kinds of areas or aspects would you be looking for in there that could be a potential health and safety risk?
So like high blood pressure, any like brain injuries. So obviously, if someone has a head injury, we wouldn't want them heading the ball, as it could lead to like more serious injuries.
No, most definitely, they're all vital things. And just to put another scenario to you, Danny, in terms of what might happen on a day-to-day basis with ourselves, what would you do if, for example, you see like one of the kids bullying one of the other kids? What would you do in that scenario?
So in that scenario, obviously we have to take control and go over to the kid and get him to explain what's going on. And with the kid who's being the bully, what we do is sit him down and talk to him, and like if you say to him he needs to stop and like be friendly, or if he carries on, then tell him what the consequences could lead to.
No, that's fantastic. And what sort of would the consequences be from your point of view, Dan, if it continues?
So, say if it continued for like quite a while, what it would end up leading to is he'd get removed from the soccer camp. Or what we could do, if he carries on but short term, we could give him a suspended session where he misses one of the sessions, so hopefully he learns his lesson.
No, that's great answers, Danny. And is there anyone in particular as well you'd liaise with if that was going on? Bear in mind he's only a young participant. Is there anyone you'd have to contact in that situation?
So what we usually do, we'd contact the parents and get the parents to have a word with the child while we're there, so the parents know what's been going on.
That's a great answer. No, fantastic, Danny. And just finally, from our point of view, I think it's vital for us to really know what your ambitions are in the future and how this job you feel could lead into what you want to do in the future.
So hopefully what this job does is once I'm being an assistant, it'll give me the confidence and help me learn more as a coach, so then hopefully in the future I can become like a coach myself and then work for myself and hopefully go on to be such as like manager or coaches.
Is that what you want to do in the future, be a manager or a coach? Yeah. No, that's fantastic, Danny. Well, listen, you've come across really well in your interview, mate, and what we're going to do is we're going to obviously interview the rest of the applicants and then we'll get back to you with an answer, okay? So I'd just like to say thanks for coming in, and I appreciate it.